Good morning, all of you. So we started last session. We discussed about polymorphism. Polymorphism is divided into two types. One is, I would say, static polymorphism, and the second one is dynamic polymorphism. Dynamic polymorphism. Okay. So these are the concepts which we discussed in the last session. And today's session we are going ahead with concept that is called abstraction. Abstraction. Okay. This is the fourth principle of Hoops concept, and the definition for the abstraction is abstraction means it is the process of hiding the unnecessary data and providing the required information. Unnecessary data and providing required providing required information is called abstraction. Is called abstraction. It is the process of hiding the unnecessary data and providing the required information is called abstraction. So generally, what are the I would say psychological examples where we can daily can see with respect to abstraction related examples are. I will try to tell you few of the examples. Then you can get the some clarity on it, right? Yeah. For example, for example, you can assume there is a car, and if you want to travel from one place to another place, like you purchased one car and you want to move from, I would say, PML level to some Martali. So in this case, only your scenario, your agenda is only you have to travel from one place to another place. That is only the thing you require, right? You don't want how the car internally engine is working, and how I would say so internal parts is working. You don't want, right? So abstraction generally, it is the process of hiding the unnecessary data and providing the required information. It's called abstraction. So if you see clearly, so here only the thing is you want to move from one place to another place. You don't want exactly like how internal each component is working and all. You don't want. This is one. This is the example number. Okay, fine. Now there is a second example. For example, if you go to the ATM mission, you can assume this is the ATM mission, and so generally you can simply you can go to the ATM mission, and then uh, you should insert your card in that, and then you have to enter the PIN number. And once you enter the PIN number, it will ask like how much amount you want to withdraw. For example, you want to withdraw some 10,000 rupees you want to withdraw. Okay, so you have to enter the 10,000 amount and then click on the submit. Then what it will do generally, so when you click on the submit button, then internally the process will happen, and I would say it can dispense the amount based on our request. So in this case, when you visit the ATM mission, you don't want how like internally the process and all. You don't want only the requirement of in that case only your requirement. You want to go to the ATM machine and you want to take the amount from that, and then so this is the only the requirement, right? You don't want how it is taking the request, how it is processing everything. Internal process you don't want only. So that kind of, there are number of examples. There are number of examples, you can say examples for the abstraction. So what is the definition for the abstraction? It is the process of hiding the unnecessary data and providing required information is called abstraction. These are the two examples I am telling. So wherever you have, for example, in our case, everybody we are using laptops, right? So for example, here I am typing and it is typing, meaning generally I don't want how my internally laptop OS is working. This all the internal process I don't want as of now. As of now, my requirement is I want to type the text. It has to be displayed. This is the only the thing I want, right? Yeah. So I hope you guys are clear with my statements. So generally we are discussing about the abstraction. It is the process of hiding the unnecessary data and providing the required information is called abstraction. Okay. Okay, fine, very good. Now how many ways we can achieve the abstraction? We can achieve the abstraction in two ways, guys. In two ways. What are the two ways? First one is by using abstract classes, and the second one is by using interface, guys. Interface. Okay. So how many ways you can extract? Meaning how many ways you can hide the unnecessary data and provide the. There are two ways generally. One is by using abstract classes. Second one is by using interface. Second one is by using interfaces. Okay. So first we are going with the abstract classes. Abstract classes. So generally abstract classes generally meaning any class if you declare with the abstract keyword, then that is called abstract class. So abstract is the keyword, predefined keyword. Abstract is the predefined keyword, and if any class, if any class, if we declare, if we declare with abstract keyword, abstract keyword, then that class is called abstract keywords, abstract class. Why we are going with the abstract class? Because abstract class allow, abstract class allow both concrete and non-concrete methods, also called as abstract methods and non-abstract methods. Non-abstract methods. So you might have that generally abstract methods and non-abstract methods. So in the previous sessions, I would say previous earlier sessions, we done with the methods concept. At the time of methods concept, we discussed about types of methods. There are two types generally, like predefined and user defined. And in that again you have, in the user defined again you have instance method, and next we have static method. Okay, these are the types of methods. This is uh, this is the level 2. So one more level down. So in the level 1 we have the two types of methods, guys. The two types of methods, the two types of methods are, first one is the abstract method, second one is the non-abstract method. First one is the abstract method, second one is the. So if you attend the fresher level interview, they will ask the question, what is the difference between abstract method and non-abstract method? Abstract method and non-abstract. This is the question they will ask guys regularly. Okay. Abstract method does not contain body. Abstract method does not contain body. Abstract method does not contain body, and we can provide implementation. You can provide implementation in another class. In another class. Okay. So if anyone they will ask like what is the difference between abstract method and non-abstract method, you have to tell the answer is abstract method does not contain body, and you have to tell syntax as well. This is the syntax for the abstract method. Syntax for the abstract method. Declare with the abstract class. What is the syntax for the abstract class? Public abstract. You can declare with the abstract and class name. This is the abstract class. Abstract class can allow both concrete and non-concrete, meaning abstract methods and non-abstract methods. Okay. Now method I'm taking abstract void. This is what abstract method does not contain body. Abstract method does not contain body. Okay. So here I'm writing abstract method. Are you guys clear with my statements? Abstract method does not contain body. Okay. Yeah. So this class we can override in another class. So in that child class we can provide the implementation. So this is how we can do with respect to abstract methods. Once you are familiar with the abstract method, there is a non-abstract method. Non-abstract method meaning. So here actually I can say non-abstract method. It contains non-abstract method. It contains body where actually can provide the implementation. Where can provide the implementation. Okay. Yeah. So non-abstract method meaning normal methods like void and to. This is what normal non-abstract method. So here whatever the logic you want you can write here. Okay. And this is what, so you can take another class there itself you can provide the implementation for above and abstract class. Public class test and extends demo. So like this you can provide the implementation for which method. For this method take the same syntax of that, and here you can provide the this one. So when you try to call this files, then which method I would say which one will be executed. So always child implementation will be executed. Child method implemented, class method will be executed. Okay. Okay, fine. Now the same scenario I can take id and then I can write a program on it. Then you can get the better cat on it. How what is happening and all right. Yeah. So simply I would take my Eclipse. I'm opening my Eclipse. So once it open, then you can go ahead and then try to write the programs on it. You can get the cat on it. Okay. I hope you guys are clear with my statements, right? Okay, fine. So take a class. I would take the class name is some user demo. So here, first go to the class, click on that, and now I'm taking user demo is the class name, and there is abstract keyword, right? You have to check that one. So now now this is abstract class. From starting to till now, we did the programs using normal class, but this is abstract class. Click on that checkbox and then click on finish. Now if you can see here, that is declared with the abstract keyword. Okay, fine. Now this it can allow both abstract and non-abstract methods. Okay, so I would take public void m1 method, and this is what abstract method. Abstract method you have to define with declare with abstract, then only it can allow. Okay, yeah. Next time, public void m2 method, and this is the implementation for that one. Okay, so here I would mention sysout statement, and here I can mention some message that is hello. Simply I'm saving this one, and then again one more class I need to take. So simply here itself I can take the again here I can mention user test is the class, and I need to establish the connection between this class and this class. How could I do? There is a keyword called extends user demo. Okay, and then you have to override those methods. User test, add unimplemented methods. Click on that, and then see here. So here you can provide the child class implementation. Child class implementation. So simply I'm taking a out statement, and here also I'm mentioning some type. So that's it. Now if you want to access all the methods, then you have to create the object for the child class. So what is the take main method? Inside the main method, take new user test. Now user test dot, I would say, methods. You can able to call the all the methods, m1 method, m2 method. So this is all about one way to achieve the abstraction, guys. I hope everybody is clear. This is one way to achieve the abstraction. Okay, so if I run this one, then whatever I want to hide, so through that I can hide, and whatever I don't want to hide, and meaning so when you go to the ATM, so there itself only method names can be displayed, but internal process does not display. So this is like this. So that methods we can declare with the abstract keyword, and then when you click on that method, and then it internal process will happens internally. Okay, that is hidden part of that ATM. So that process will be happened internally of that ATM machine, and then when you click on that submit button, that internal process will be happened internally, and then it can dispense the amount uh, to us based on the request. Okay, so this is all about abstract class. This is the one way to achieve the abstraction. This is one way to achieve the abstraction. Next, there is a concept called interface. So very important, interface. So what is interface? This is the question, right? Generally, how you declare the class, same way interface also you can declare. Okay. Now, so what is interface? What is interface? Interface will act as a will act as a mediator between user and object with resources. User and object with the resources, guys. Object with resources. For example, when you go to the ATM mission, there is a user means the persons only go to the ATM, right? those persons are called users, and object meaning Java objects. So for example, when you click on the, like there is a submit. So when you go to the ATM and you have to enter the ATM, and then okay, click on the next, and then it can process and it can display the amount, right? So here there is a mediator. You are the person, and when you click on the that submit button, then it will be internally it will mm, I would say internally it will internally it will go to the internal process. Generally, I would say acting as a mediator between user and object with resources. Now this is called interface. This is called interface. Okay, friend. This is with